Good morning, good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the next chapter of the textbook. It so happened. In It so happened, we are going to start with the chapter The Comet 1. So we'll begin with the It so happened textbook. In It so happened textbook, we'll begin with the first chapter, The Comet 1. You must be knowing that you must have heard about comet. You must have heard about comet. Comets are heavenly bodies. Comets are heavenly bodies. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the situations in which different scientists and religious leaders react when they come to know that a comet is going to collide with the planet and it will end the life on the planet. A comet will collide, okay, with the planet and it will end all life on the planet. So with this we are going to read that further. Okay, now let us begin now. It was a moonless night in December. A burst of cold breeze from the window was enough to disturb the sleep of Indrani Devi. Half awake, she felt for the adjoining pillow. Although she knew the answer, Dattada was not there. It was the month of December. It was motionless night. It was moonless night. It was moonless night. Okay. The meaning of moonless night means there is absence of moon. There is no moon. There is no moon. A burst of cold breeze from the window. A cold breeze which came from the window was enough to disturb the sleep of Indrani Devi. She was half awake and she looked for the adjoining pillow, although she knew the answer, okay, that Dattada was not there. Now, this lady, Indrani Devi, was the wife of Dattada. So he has gone to hobnob with that wretched Divya. At least he might have bothered to close the door. Even as she muttered her complaints, Indrani Devi could not repress her smile. She knew how utterly oblivious her husband was of the practical problems of living. Now she was in half asleep. She was half asleep. Okay. Now she said that she had the Dattada had gone to hobnob with that wretched Divya. The meaning of hobnob is given over at the bottom of the page over here, to have a friendly talk or spend time together. Even as she muttered, okay, about the complaint, she could not suppress her smile. She knew how utterly oblivious her husband was. The meaning of oblivious is given over here, forgetful. Okay, so she said that didn't his doctor tell him to take special precautions against a cold? But he wouldn't remember to put on a sweater even if it was on his bedside. He was lying on his bedside chair. How could he when Dibya had put her spell on him? So this was what Indrani Devi was saying. Now in the next picture you can see over here, Indrani Devi has come on the terrace. She picked up a white woolen pullover, wrapped herself in a shawl and made her way to the roof to break up his tea with Dibya. Now what does Indrani Devi do? She got up from the sleeping place, okay, wrapped herself in a shawl because it was the month of December, it was cold, and made her way to the roof, okay, to break up his tea with Divya, to break up the silence. The meaning of tea is given at the bottom of the page over here. Okay, private meeting, a talk between two persons. Private meeting, a talk between two persons. She found them both huddled together, eye to eye. At least Dattada was looking into Divya's eyes. When Dattada acquired this telescope, he was so thrilled that he called it Dibya Chakshu, divine eye. To Indrani Devi, the telescope was like a designing woman who had ensnared her husband. So she just called it Dibya and the name stuck. Okay. Now when she went on the terrace, okay, she found what Dattada was doing. Okay, Dattada had purchased his telescope and he was so thrilled and he called it by the name Divya Chakshu. He called it by the name Divya Chakshu, that is divine eye. For Indrani Devi, it was like this woman who had ensnared her husband. Ensnared means captured her husband, taken away. Okay, captured or taken away her husband, and so she just called it Dibya. She just called it by Dibya, the name struck. To Dattada, the telescope marked the fulfillment of the ambition of a lifetime. As an amateur astronomer, he had longed for enough money to buy a good telescope and for enough spare time in which to observe the heavens. He got them both when he retired with ample money. The telescope was duly installed, and long were the dark nights that Dattada spent in stargazing. At least Indrani Devi thought so. Now, Dattada, when he purchased his telescope, it was a fulfillment of the ambition of a lifetime. Okay, as he was an amateur astronomer, he was an amateur astronomer. Amateur astronomer, the meaning of amateur astronomer means, yes, so the word, he was an amateur astronomer, okay, and he longed for enough money to buy a good telescope. The meaning of amateur I have written it over here. Okay, amateur means the work done as hobby. Work done as hobby. Okay, the meaning of comet is over here, a type of heavenly body. Okay, so this is visible. Yes, it is visible. Yes. Okay, proceeding further. And he had enough money to buy a good telescope, which was in and he could spare enough time, okay, in which he used to observe the heavens. Observe the heavens means observe the sky at night. He got them both. He got both the things when he retired. He had ample amount of money. Okay, the telescope was duly installed on his terrace, and long were the dark nights that Dattada spent in stargazing. At least Indrani Devi thought so. So he got it, and he was busy in his passion, that was observing the night sky. Here, put on the sweater, or you want Nabin Babu to order bed rest tomorrow. So his wife came over there and she said to Dattada, you put on the sweater, or else the doctor, whose name is Nabin Babu, he would prescribe bed rest tomorrow. Like every other amateur astronomers, Dattada had a secret ambition that he would one day discover a new comet. For comets can be seen coming as they do from the remote corners of the solar system. Like planets, comets also orbit around the sun, but their orbits are highly eccentric. So only once in a while a comet comes close to the sun. It has a longish tail that is lit brilliantly by the sunlight, and then it recedes into darkness, not to be seen again for years or for centuries. Like every amateur astronomer, Dattada had a very secret ambition. All of you have ambition. Now, what was his ambition? His ambition was that one day he would find out, one day he would discover some new comet. One day he would discover or find out some new comet. Because comets can be new as they come from the remote corners of the solar system. Okay, like planets, comets also orbit around the sun, but when they orbit, they are highly eccentric. Here the meaning of eccentric is given over here at the bottom of the page. Eccentric means unusual, unlikely. Okay, unlikely. Eccentric means unusual, which is different from the other planets. Yes. It has a longish tail. Like planets around the sun, and its orbits are highly interesting. So once in a while, a comet comes and comes close to the sun. It has a longish tail and is lit brilliantly by the sunlight, and then it recedes. The meaning of recedes is given at the bottom of the page over here. Recedes means to go back or disappear. Recede means to go back or disappear into darkness, and not to be seen again for years or for centuries. What chance did he stand with his 8-inch Dibya? Didn't professional astronomers have gigantic telescope? Now, what was the chance that Dattada, who had purchased this telescope, which was just 8 inch in length, didn't the professional astronomers who were there, they had gigantic telescopes? Dattada was optimistic. He had a positive outlook. He was optimistic. He knew that the professionals with their pre-assigned programs would be looking at faint stars and nebulous galaxies. They might miss out such an insignificant thing as a comet which they are not expecting to see anyway. Indeed, amateurs have often discovered new comets in which the professionals have missed. So Dattada has a positive approach. So he was knowing that the professionals who are doing this work, they had their own pre-assigned programs, they had their daily schedule, and they would be looking at the faint stars, and nebulous galaxies. The meaning of nebulous galaxies is given over here, hazy. Okay, nebulous means hazy stars. Okay, they might miss such an insignificant thing as a comet which they were not expecting to see anyway. Indeed, amateurs had often discovered new comets which the professionals had missed. So only amateurs had discovered, okay, new comets which the professional astronomers did not discover. And it looked to Dattada that tonight was going to be a big night, for against the background of the same old stars, Dattada had detected a faint stranger. He re-examined the charts with him, checked his dibia for any smudges on the top optics with some calculations of his pocket calculator and torchlight. For though absent-minded about daily course, he was meticulous in his observation. Now Dattada, who was looking into the sky that night, okay, he thought that it was going to be a big night, because far against the background of the some old stars, Dattada had detected a faint stranger, found something new. He re-examined the charts which he had. He also checked his dibya, okay, for smudges. Suppose, for example, he thought that it may not be clear, so he just that is some spots or marks which he had on his binoculars. Okay, smudges means some spots or marks which would be there on his telescope. Okay, he checked it, and after some time he took out the calculator from his pocket, and in the torchlight he did some calculations. Even though he was absent-minded about daily course, but he was meticulous in his observation. The meaning of meticulous is given at the bottom of the page over here, means careful and exact. Yes, there can be no mistake. What he was looking at had not been there earlier, and it did look like a new comet. So Dattada was sure that there was no mistake in his calculations. There was no mistakes in his calculations, and whatever he had done, he had been earlier, okay, and if it came to know, it did look like a new comet. 2 days later, the Anand Bazar Patrika came out with the news. Just after 2 days, okay, when Dattada discovered a new comet, a newspaper magazine by the name Anand Bazar Patrika, he came out with the article. What was the article? Calcutta man discovers new comet. Calcutta man discovers new comet from special correspondent. Now this was the article which was written in the newspaper. Sri Manoj Datta, a resident of northern outskirts of Calcutta, has claimed to have discovered new comet. He has seen the comet on the last 2 nights and has informed the Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Now this was the article which was published in the newspaper Anand Bazar Patrika of Calcutta. So this is about the article about Mr. Manoj Datta. At Bangalore, of its whereabouts, the IIA, that is IIA, this is Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Indian Institute of Astrophysics. This is a full form of IIA. Okay, runs a 19-inch telescope. Here it is, just a minute. The biggest in Asia at Kolavur. If it confirms Dattada's findings, it will be the high point in his lifelong career as amateur astronomer. Dattada, as he is affectionately called by his friends and admirers, estimates that the comet could be clearly visible to the naked eye in the next few months. He gives all the credit for his discovery to his 8-inch telescope, which he called Dibya. Now, after he made this one, what is called discovered, he gave the information about it to the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, okay, which had its headquarters in Bangalore. Okay, now this it had Indian Institute of Astrophysics had a 90-inch long telescope which was the biggest in Asia. Okay, and it tried to confirm, and after doing its calculation it finally confirmed that Dattada's findings, okay, are correct. And Dattada's findings, it was in his lifelong career as amateur astronomer. Dattada was called affectionately by his friends and admirers. And further, he estimated that said that the comet could be clearly visible to the naked eye. Naked eye means with bare eyes we can see the comet in the next few months. He gives this credit, okay, to the discovery to his 8-inch telescope which he calls Divya. Thereafter, it took just 1 week for Comet Datta to be recognized and so named, for IIA confirmed these findings and communicated it worldwide, and according to the accepted practice, the new comet was named after the discoverer. Now just 1 week, okay, after the comet Datta was recognized, it was named after him. The Indian Institute of Astrophysics, IIA, it confirmed the findings and communicated it throughout the world. And what was the accepted practice? That a new comet should be named after this discoverer. This brought in unwelcome publicity to the introvert Dattada. Here. Okay. This brought in unwelcome publicity. Now he became world famous. Dattada became world famous. People came to know about him. He was known in the media. He was known across the world. He was known in the media. He was known across the world. Dattada, it was an unwelcome publicity to the introvert Dattada. The meaning of introvert is one who is shy by nature, one who doesn't speak. That is introvert. There were numerous receptions, okay, and functions to attend. Returning from one ceremony, Dattada muttered to himself in disgust, "I almost wish I had not discovered this comet." Now he was invited to many functions, to many ceremonies, okay, and when one day when returning from such ceremony, okay, he muttered to himself, okay, that if it was his wish, he wanted that almost if he had not discovered this comet. To his surprise, Indrani Devi agreed, "I wish the same, though not for the same reason." This was the first time his wife agreed, okay, and but what was that? She said, "Not for the same reason." "May I ask why you wish I had not discovered this comet?" Dattada asked. His wife replied, "Comets bring ill luck, and I wish a good man like you were not associated with the discovery of one." Indrani Devi with concern. Now, Indrani Devi, she replied that the comets, they bring in bad luck, they bring ill luck, and she wanted like a good man like you should not be associated with the discovery of any comet. Dattada laughed. "I see that even an MA degree has not cured you of your superstitions." Now she was superstitious by nature, to have old belief, superstitions, to believe something with old belief. Here the meaning of introvert is given over here. One who is preoccupied with his own thoughts and feelings, not interested in things outside oneself. Okay, so she was. Dattada said that even your MA degree, okay, has not cured you of your superstitions. There is no correlation whatsoever with the arrival of a comet and the calamities on the earth. Dattada replied, "There is no correlation, there is no connection, okay, with the arrival of the comet and the calamities." The meaning of calamities is given over here at the bottom of the page: disaster, misfortunes, okay, on the earth. On the contrary, comets have been scientifically studied and their composition is well understood. There is nothing harmful about them. Well, you will soon see this comet of mine pass harmlessly by causing no anxiety to anybody. In this last comment, however, Dattada was not going to be exactly right. Now, Dattada just laughed, and said that the science has proved that the composition of the comets has been studied and understood, and there is nothing harmful about it, and he further said that his comet will pass through the earth without causing any harm or anxiety to anybody. In the spacious dining hall of King College, Cambridge, the butler whispered differently in Provost's ear, and he handed him an envelope on a silver tray. The provost beckoned James and passed on to the envelope, saying, "It seems you are wanted urgently in your room." As he made his way towards the beautiful building, James Omer opened the envelope. It contained a brief note. Now this is a it is the now it's about the British scientist, okay, who writes a paper about Dattata's discovery. He is the defense science advisor, okay. And now what is that? So it was a spacious dining hall in the King's College at Cambridge, United Kingdom. The butler who whispered in the provost's ear, and he handed in an envelope in a silver tray. Now the provost gave it to James and passed it, saying to the that you are urgently required in your room. The James opened the envelope. It contained a very short note. "The bearer of this note has been instructed to bring you to my office in London tonight. Please come without delay. I am making arrangements for your overnight stay in London. I regret the inconvenience caused to you and request you to keep your visit strictly confidential. Believe me, it is absolutely essential. John Macpherson." So this was a letter which was given by John Macpherson. It was given to handed over in a tray to Mr. Doc. When he opened this, Dr. Fawcett, he said that he had to come to London. The signature carried the designation underneath Defense Science Secretary, Her Majesty's Government. So this was the signature and the designation. The letter. A bowler hated man near the mantelpiece greeted as James entered his sitting room. "I am Johnson, sir, security officer at Whitehall." He showed his identity card and continued, "I presume you know why I am here, sir." A bowler hated man, a bowler hatted man, okay, a person wearing a hat who was near the mantelpiece greeted him as James entered his sitting room. Just James entered his sitting room. He said, "I am Johnson, sir, the security officer." He was in charge of the security officer at Whitehall. He showed his identity card and continued,